Hey guys, I want to take an opportunity to reply to some comments and questions that were put on my channel here for this trailer. I got a lot of comments, suggestions, and criticisms, and I want to try to address the most frequently asked questions. Will I video the camper set up as I was camping? Absolutely. We thought about doing that, and actually last week we took the kids to a local campground and did a little Easter egg hunt, a geocaching type Easter egg hunt, and we actually won. The kids won a Easter basket full of candy and goodies. Now we won a one-night stay at the campground. So we're going to take advantage of that, and I'm hoping to do that sometime between now and June. We looked at the campground, we checked it out, it's really nice, and there's some places there we could actually pull up, set up, put our tarps up, set up our tent. We're going to do the whole 9 yards, just as if we were in the mountains camping where we normally go. And I'll put that video on the channel, and I've had several people ask for that, so I'm going to do that. I don't know the date. It's going to be sometime between now and June, I'm hoping. So we're going to try to fit that in. In June, we're going to the beach camping in a different camper, and in July we're going to the mountains. So we've got a busy schedule coming up. Now, some of the others, let me see. How much does the trailer weigh empty? I did weigh it early on after I built it, and it weighs about 840 pounds. That's at the local landfill. I pulled the trailer up, weighed it, went around, unhooked the trailer, weighed the van, and the difference was 840 pounds. Also, a lot of people have asked, how much does it weigh loaded? I couldn't tell you how much it weighs loaded, but I do know I'm pushing the weight limit. So, and because of that, I'm going to upgrade the axle and the springs, and I may do that before we go camping on the next trip. I've already upgraded the tires, so it's just a work in progress, and I'm going to try to add each and every upgrade on the channel for you to see. Do you sleep in the trailer, or where do you sleep? No, we do not sleep in the trailer. As it is, we sleep in a tent, and actually the tent that we sleep in, I've put here on the channel. I did a review on it. It's a 10-man 3-room tent by Ozark Trail. It's a Walmart tent, and it's big, it's roomy, and it'll hold me, my wife, and 3 little ones, and also my 18-year-old when he comes with us. So there's plenty of room there. My daughter and her husband and my grandbaby sleep in a different tent. But as it stands right now, we do not sleep in this thing. It's just a haul our gear. It's kind of a chuck wagon as well. Once we get there and get set up, we have a chuck box, we have the sink, we have this countertop, we have water hookup and power. So it's a chuck wagon. That's where my wife cooks all our meals. So that works pretty good for that, and it just hauls our gear. How much did it cost to build? Early on, I started keeping track of each and every receipt, and it didn't take me long to lose receipts, forget receipts, leave the receipts in my pockets and they get washed. I left the receipts in the shop and they got lost. So it didn't take long for me to lose track and not be able to keep count of what it cost. A rough estimate is $1,500. The trailer itself I bought off Craigslist for $275. So the build itself, counting the trailer, is $1,500. That's a rough estimate. I'm pretty close on that though, I think. Can you build me one, or any room for an apprentice? Well, first of all, that makes me feel great that someone likes this trailer enough that they'd like for me to build them one, and someone thinks that I'm good enough to teach them something. So that makes me feel good, and I appreciate those comments and questions. Now, as it stands, I have a full-time job. I have a wife, 3 little kids, an 18-year-old son, a daughter, son-in-law, and a granddaughter. We live with and take care of my mother, who's elderly, and I'm trying to make videos, do projects, and push out and edit these videos on YouTube. So right now my time is thin, and I don't have time to build another trailer, or have time to bring someone on to try to teach them anything, what little bit I know. But you know, I do hope to build another trailer, and I really wish I was able to build them and you know, sell them. That'd be pretty cool, but I don't have the time or the means to do that right now, and I'm not able to bring on anybody to as an apprentice either. So I try to get my son in here as much as possible and show him some things, but he's always either hunting or fishing or whatever. So how tall are the walls? The walls from the inside, from the bottom of the floor to the top of the walls, 30 inches. How do you get water to the sink? The sink is always here. Just run a water hose from the quick connect. Now this is all on the video, so you may have missed that part, I'm not sure, but there's a quick connect up here, and we just quick connect a water hose to it, run the water hose up here, hook it to the faucet on the sink, and then you can turn the water on and off there. We have a water pump in the front of the trailer and a 21-gallon water tank. So once I cut the power on, turn that water pump on, I can turn it on at the faucet, and we have water, steady running water as long as we need it, until we run out 21 gallons. And that's how we get water to the sink, basically just a water hose. How is the rack attached to the back? In the video, you've probably seen the rack on the back is much like, kind of like a hitch hauler you put on the back of the vehicle. The hitch hauler on the back of the vehicle has one piece of square tubing on the bottom of it, and it goes into like a reese hitch, or the receiver. And it, you know, if you've ever used one of those, you know that it can wobble just a little bit from side to side. There's a little bit of play in it. I didn't want this thing to wobble and have any play at all. So what I did, a buddy of mine made the rack for me. It's 3 feet wide and 3 feet out and 4 feet wide. It's as wide as the trailer. So instead of putting a piece of square tubing in the middle, we'll put 2 pieces of square tubing, one on either side. And so it's kind of like a hitch hauler with 2 pieces of square tubing. Now, what I did on the trailer is put 2 larger pieces of square tubing, much like 2 trailer hitches or 2 receivers that I just bolted up to the back of the trailer or underneath the trailer. I just simply take the hitch hauler, and that slides right in to the receiver that I made for the back of the trailer. So the receiver is actually bolted to the trailer. The pieces of square tubing are welded to the rack, and they just slide in. Now there's a pin on each side, just like on a trailer hitch, where you would pull the pins out. And so I could pull 2 pins out, slide the big rack off, and take the trailer down the road with no rack on it. So we find that the rack hauls a lot of our gear, especially bicycles and that type of thing. Are you going to convert the trailer to be able to sleep in it? At some point, possibly. A lot of suggestions on that, a lot of comments. Some people suggested attaching a canvas to it, like here on the top, attach a canvas and kind of have a cover, kind of like a pop-up tent, or pop-up camper rather. But we have a large family, and it's just not feasible for all of us to try to sleep in this little trailer. I may at some point, I kind of vision possibly me and my wife going on trips on our own one day. We have a 6-year-old, 4-year-old, and 3-year-old. And it's going to be a while before we go anywhere on our own, unless it's just like a getaway weekend, maybe anniversary. But I'm not going to convert it right now. I would like to at some point, and when I do, I'm probably going to take your suggestions and kind of put this thing together and make it a sleeper. That's it for this video. I want to say thank you to all the subscribers, all the viewers, and for each and every one of you that made a comment, suggestion, or a criticism. I take them all very seriously. I don't overlook anything, and I appreciate each and every one of them. The way I'm learning is by your comments and suggestions, and I really do appreciate each and every one. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great day.